the box of evils. Inside of it was created as a magical prison to contain the eight great evils. The 8 great evils were things that were created by Scrawler along with Lilith, you see. A long time ago in a bygone era. That was way, way back in the past before Indamati's timeline. The great 8 evils: hatred, greed, hypocrisy, envy. Darn, I forgot what the other ones were. Selfishness, ignorance, deceit. Let's see. Greed, hatred, hypocrisy, pride, envy, selfishness, ignorance, deceit. Yeah. All of them will... You see, all of them were created by an entity known as Scrawler back in the ancient past. And Scrawler was basically, well... Let's see, Scrawler... Yeah, he was... The reason what Scrawler is basically he exists outside of, time and space of the universe that, the lore takes place in. Along with the person who was known as the creator, who's, Vessel is the Vessel is, the goddess of creation. Anyway, Scrawler was basically, very jelly of his brother because, Scrawler was basically, the spoiled favorite, when growing up on, in that world. And, his brother, was kind of, abused most of his life. Well, the creator was. But the creator eventually got out from under them after a big blowout at the 18th birthday. And, became a successful artist and created the universe. And Scrawler, kind of became, a degenerate drunk when he grew up, yeah. And so one day, Scrawler, decided, to vandalize, to break into the studio that, the art of the universe was held in. And, steal one of the tools and, vandalize the artwork. Now, because he wanted to hit up his older brother for money, basically. And his older brother was like, nah. The creator was like, no, I don't want that. Get out of here. So, he got arrested, but, he still caused quite a bit of damage. Hey, wait. Yeah, so he caused quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately. I can't go in there. The stolen tool was basically a red pen. Which basically was how the Hate Evils and Lilith was made. So basically they weren't the creator's original creations and, yeah, the goddess of creation, basically make the box of evils as a magical prison to basically imprison the 8 great evils and, seal away Lilith inside the red moon. Which is why the red moonlight causes trouble for Indamati, you see. Well, it's part of a defect, that was caused by human imagination, you see. Well, it's technically the same thing now. The great evils. Unfortunately, the goddess of creation had some, people that were with her that, were a little bit jelly after... They were a little bit jelly that, humans would one day surpass them in talents and everything, so they eventually, decided, hey, let's trick mortals into opening the box of evils. What good? And, let's blame humanity for it. Which is basically where gods came from, that were basically, setting themselves up like dictators over the earth and everything. But, got resolved when Arachne, dealt with them. I got knocked back by something. And those eight great evils have been... And those eight great evils did eventually get their powers sealed yet again. Because, Arachne decided, to create a conceptual level seal to basically, swallow the power of the eight great evils up. So that they wouldn't be a problem for her people, humanity. And of course she did that after defeating the gods, of course. However, the eight great evils still are a bit of a problem. The people that control the power of the eight great evils that were made by Skulder are still at large, and some of them are causing quite a bit of problems. In fact, one of them, caused trouble in Game World because they were basically the reason for Dark Shovel and his evil schemes because it was the Dark Lord of Greed. And of course the Dark Lord of Pride got infected Citaro and made her into a crazy mad artist. And I'm sure, and I haven't decided what sort of trouble they will all cause yet. But I'll eventually get to that when I get to it. Anyway, that concludes that. Thank you for watching. Hope you had plenty of fun. Remember to play games in FN. Okay, bye bye now.